What's up, YouTube? Another day, another country, an overcast day today in Coquimbo, Chile. One of the really nice things about La Serena here in Chile is upon our arrival this morning, we were greeted with overcast skies and temperatures in the 50s, which is very nice, very, very nice indeed. It's extremely pleasant here. I'm not sure if the sun's going to come out later or not, but for right now, it is a welcome change from some of the weather we were having before. One thing that is immediately noticeable here in Chile is the absolutely, completely different vibe than we had in Peru. Chile feels much more like a European country or closer to the United States. It is just immediately noticeable, the difference in the vibe of the people, of the surroundings, of the town itself. You can feel it immediately when you get here that it is a different type of place. This building that you see behind me is a massive shopping mall. It's a little funny to me how ubiquitous these types of malls have become sort of the world over outside of the United States, especially when they're in such decline back home in the US. Most of the malls you see nowadays, even ones that used to be really prosperous, are now, vacant of stores or closed altogether. It seems like a growing problem no matter where you go, except in other parts of the world where malls seem to be popping up left and right. Brand new giant shopping complexes that are all built in the same way that we used to build our malls back home. Makes me wonder if one day we won't travel overseas and actually go and visit malls just to see what we're missing back home or how things used to be. So this is a mall in Chile. And as you can see, it is quite different than the States. This place is jumping, and I don't even know what time it is, but it's early. It's like, I think it's probably no later than 9 or 9:30 in the morning. And this place is quite crowded, and things seem to be happening fast and furious. Hola. Christmas appears to be in full swing here at the mall in La Serena, Chile. Got the music going in the background, and people seem to be out and about shopping, picking up gifts and things for Christmas. The mall is really, really, really nice. I'm surprised. I'd say this is nicer than some of the malls back home, at least some of the malls I've been in lately. A lot of what's left back at home, at least the malls that are successful, tend to be some of the more high-end specialty malls with your really fancy, really expensive stores. Sort of middle of the road or regular suburban shopping mall seems to be having the most trouble. But this place here, not only does it have some interesting shops, it's got some truly interesting merchandise. I've seen things here that I wouldn't hesitate to buy if I lived in the area. Plus, everybody seems happy and in a good mood, so that may also have something to do with the holiday season, the impending Christmas holiday coming up in just a couple of weeks. I'm not sure how representative this is of small city life in Chile, but this town itself is actually pretty charming. I like what I've seen so far. I'm in a little park in sort of the downtown area, not far from where the boat dropped us off. We're probably only about 3 to 4, maybe even 5 blocks from the port proper, and about a block and a half north of that large shopping mall that we took you guys through. And this area right here is actually quite nice. There's a lot of local sort of mom and pop stores around the area, and this raised wooden boardwalk type thing that runs through the center of the city. It's a nice little town, and so far the people here have been really nice. Everybody that we've run into has been very accommodating and willing to talk, willing to hang out. So far, here's a little bit of a map. It gives you an idea of the town itself. sort of a local directory, if you will, of hot spots in the city here. The Pirate Tour, the bus terminal, the mall, the Central Palace, all of those things listed here on the right of this town directory. One of the things I think we're missing in the US these days, sort of a sad testament to a bygone era, is shopping areas like this, areas with sort of small mom and pop stores dotting the landscape. Back home, it seems that a lot of the places that used to look like this, that used to have these types of businesses, are becoming more and more rare, and that instead you get to each town and there's your Home Depot and your Ross Dress for Less and your Marshalls and your TJ Maxx and all your other big box stores, and some of these smaller entities have sort of gone out of business because of their inability to compete with the cheaper prices and everybody's need for wanting it right now, and you know, faster, cheaper, not necessarily better, but that tends to be the way things have gone. So seeing something like this is really kind of nice, and one of the things that I like about traveling to places like this, where you have this type of an atmosphere as opposed to what has become sort of homogenized type of shopping scene back home. There is a really scenic little church here to my left. Let me get a shot of that for you guys. Doesn't look like it's open just yet, but take a walk up here and see. Just had a young lady compliment me on my bandana. It was nice, if not a little bit odd, but nice nonetheless. She must have seen the resemblance to a young Chuck Heston. He's pretty big with the kids these days, I'm sure. I'm gonna go head into the chapel here and see what's what inside. So just give me a couple of minutes and I'll see if it's okay to film in there. Something funny that I just observed, and I have no idea what the reasoning is for this, but the busiest place I passed on this main sort of retail drag here in Chile was, well, it's the best I could describe it. It was like a FedEx Kinko's, like a copy store. And it was absolutely slammed. There were people pouring out of the door, going down the sidewalk. No idea why that would be, unless copy machines are really rare here, or faxes or something, but it just seemed really strange that that was the busiest place on this entire drag. And when I say there were people pouring out of the place, I mean there must have been 50, 60 people in this small store that was probably only about, I don't know, 25 feet wide by 25 feet deep, but just completely full of patrons at 10 o'clock in the morning. I have to find somewhere to stop here and eventually do a food video for you guys. We haven't done that yet, and I feel like I've been kind of remiss in that respect. I definitely need to do that. I'm not sure what Chilean food is. There are an awful lot of butcher shops here serving meat or selling meat. There are, in this stretch of road, which I imagine is probably, I don't know, a mile or so, maybe a mile and a half, we have already passed probably 5 or 6 relatively large butcher shops. So I have a feeling that folks here really love their meat. As far as what passes for Chilean cuisine, I really have no idea. But if we can find something, I think maybe we will take the opportunity today to stop someplace and at least try something. But right now, I haven't really seen any restaurants aside from sort of pastry shops and bakeries. So we may be in the wrong part of town for that. But as we make our way back to the boat, maybe we'll be able to find something.